find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible.
Justin Baldoni recently opened up about a heartfelt apology he extended to Blake Lively, shedding light on the behind-the-scenes tensions that arose during the development of their film, It Ends With Us. While neither anticipated such friction, creative disagreements over script revisions eventually escalated, leading Justin to send Blake a sincere, late-night voice message. In it, he took responsibility for his missteps and expressed genuine remorse. The situation serves as a reminder of the complexities of collaboration, even among the most talented and dedicated professionals. Justin's connection to It Ends With Us began when he took on the challenge of adapting Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel for the big screen. The story had built a massive fan base, creating significant pressure to remain true to its emotional core while also making it accessible to a broader audience. Known for his work on deeply emotional projects and his talent for nuanced storytelling, Justin was seen as an ideal choice to direct. When Blake Lively joined the cast, her star power and acting abilities made her a perfect fit for the lead role. From the outside, their partnership seemed like a strong creative match. Two passionate individuals committed to telling a meaningful story. However, as pre-production moved forward, creative differences emerged. Blake, who felt a deep personal connection to certain elements of the story, suggested changes she believed would honor the novel's spirit, while enhancing its modern relevance. She also brought a personal touch to the film, incorporating clothing from her own wardrobe, as well as pieces from her husband and close friend Gigi Hadid. "A lot of it is my real-life clothes, or my husband's clothes, or even things I borrowed from my girlfriend Gigi," Blake shared. "It's kind of special, like a wedding tradition. Something old, something borrowed, something new." She even revealed that the suit she was wearing had originally been intended for her husband. "It was meant for him, but it's so beautiful I had to borrow it," she laughed.
I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it, and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. I f***ed up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I'm a very flawed man, as my wife will attest, and and I'm gonna f*** up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna piss you off, probably, but I will always apologize.
Blake sought feedback from two close friends, both recognized as creative powerhouses, her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and longtime friend, Taylor Swift. Their insights, combined with her vision, led to multiple revisions of the script's pivotal rooftop scene. With passionate and highly skilled individuals involved, differing perspectives were almost inevitable. As both director and co-star, Justin had his own vision for how the scene should unfold. Reflecting later, he shared that he entered the meeting confident in the original script's strength. Meanwhile, Blake arrived with a revised version, believing her changes would enhance the film's emotional depth. Her rewrite was influenced by Reynolds and Swift, whom she praised for their creativity. She humorously likened their collaboration to a Game of Thrones dynamic, playfully casting herself as Khaleesi while describing Ryan and Taylor as protective dragons looking out for her. As discussions progressed, tensions surfaced. Justin was caught off guard by the extent of Blake's proposed changes and admits he did not initially respond warmly. He later clarified that his reaction wasn't a dismissal of her ideas, but rather a struggle to incorporate them into his existing vision so late in pre-production. Blake, however, felt her efforts to refine the script were not fully appreciated. Convinced that her revisions offered a meaningful improvement to the narrative, she left the meeting disheartened, believing the purpose of revisiting the scene had been undermined.
I'm excited to have a creative partner in that with you. And it's just really exciting. There's so much more to say. There's so much I want to say. There's one thing that I do need to say, which is, I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. Those that I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in and that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be or will be, and hopefully it's not been the experience with me. There's nothing more exciting to me like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so there's been no hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file. I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already, like, I'm all over that draft right now. So there's a whole bunch of new stars that are going to be collated pages. And I just haven't had a chance to send it to you.
Afterward, Justin realized that his reaction may have seemed dismissive or, at the very least, not as open-minded as it should have been. Understanding the importance of trusting his lead actor and valuing her perspective, he felt the need to reach out once he had collected his thoughts. Late that night, actually early morning, he recorded a nearly 7-minute audio message and sent it to Blake. In the message, he apologized for not handling the situation with the positivity and enthusiasm she deserved. He expressed appreciation for her ideas, acknowledged the talent of her creative collaborators, and reassured her that he never intended to make her feel undervalued. The message, time-stamped around 2 a.m., revealed a more vulnerable side of Justin. He admitted to his mistakes, recognizing that as both a director and actor in a highly collaborative field, he needed to listen more and react less. He also acknowledged that, in the heat of the moment, he could come across as rigid, despite his commitment to personal growth and constructive dialogue. Calling himself a flawed individual, he promised to improve and to give Blake's insights the consideration they deserved. He expressed genuine remorse for any frustration he may have caused, and shared his enthusiasm for incorporating her ideas into the script. In the recording, Justin also praised the creative brilliance of Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, recognizing them as two of the most imaginative minds in the industry. He emphasized that their contributions should be taken seriously rather than overlooked, while reaffirming his role as director and his responsibility for the final product. Justin made it clear that he wanted to integrate Blake's perspective, to craft a film that would deeply resonate with audiences. Above all, he stressed that their collaboration could lead to a final version that would honor the heart of the original novel while offering a fresh, engaging narrative. It's based on a beautiful, deeply important book about a young woman named Lily, who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them. I hope people find it inspiring. At the same time, it's a film that tackles a difficult subject. It's about domestic struggles and resilience.
Based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring, and yet also, it's a film about a heavy topic. It's about domestic violence.
Toward the end of his message, Justin adopted a softer tone, acknowledging that Blake had faced difficult collaborations in the past. Without going into detail, he apologized on behalf of any directors or producers who had not treated her properly, emphasizing that he never wanted her to have a negative experience.
But there's no hesitancy. I'm happy to send it to you, and I'm sorry that has happened to you before, and I hope after this experience there will be a new, I don't know, I hope it'll be healing in some way. Because that's all I want. I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be commercial just like you and affect people and touch people. And I want to walk you through my whole plan and the work that we're doing with the domestic violence partner that we found no more, and just my vision. And I just know that this can be really, really special, and it's gonna be special, and you're the secret sauce, and we're the secret sauce. And anyways, I have so much more to say. I'm gonna stop rambling, because Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so me. I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob, and you're listening to me ramble at 2 a.m. I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the.
He expressed regret that their friction might have resurfaced those memories and reassured her that he valued her professionalism and dedication. His goal was to ensure she never felt vulnerable in an environment meant to foster creativity. This part of the audio message sparked further discussion when it was revealed that Blake had, in legal filings, raised concerns about feeling uncomfortable with some of Justin's behavior. While Justin denied any inappropriate intent, the tension suggested that Blake was seeking reassurance not only regarding her artistic contributions, but also about her personal comfort. She cited instances where she felt her boundaries were overlooked, including one particular moment in her trailer. Justin maintained that he never intended to invade her personal space or compromise her well-being. However, the voice recording provided an opportunity for him to affirm his commitment to respecting both Blake's creative input and her personal comfort. The situation escalated further when legal teams became involved. Justin's attorney, Brian Fredman, announced their intention to release all relevant texts, emails, and voice messages to the public in the interest of transparency. The goal, Fredman stated, was to demonstrate that Justin's intentions were always rooted in respect and collaboration rather than pressuring Blake into accepting script changes against her will. Meanwhile, Blake's legal team opposed the move, seeking an order to prevent the release of additional private communications. From Blake's perspective, such disclosures could be seen as efforts to manipulate public perception or selectively present conversations out of context. Among the revealed texts, Blake had even likened her situation to a Game of Thrones. Dynamic.intro 5 Blake. Lively used a metaphor to describe her experience, casting herself as the character Kesey, with Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift acting as protective dragons. Their roles, she explained, ensured her creative vision was heard and that she wouldn't be overshadowed or pressured. She highlighted that the changes she proposed aimed to deepen the emotional complexity of a crucial rooftop scene in the film. This insight revealed how seriously Blake took her involvement in the project and her commitment to championing her reinterpretation of key emotional moments. After the late-night apology was made public, speculation increased over whether Blake felt it was enough. Some felt that, while Justin's apology was clearly sincere, it still stemmed from a place of male privilege. They argued that the issue wasn't just about script revisions, but about ensuring that female voices in Hollywood are treated with the same authority and respect as those of their male counterparts. On the other hand, others praised Justin for his humility in apologizing and for openly acknowledging that his initial response had been flawed. It's possible that these candid moments could lead to more productive collaboration if everyone genuinely took the time to understand each other and address any remaining discomfort. Justin spoke more generally about what he learned from the incident, noting that in a high-pressure environment like a film set, misunderstandings can quickly escalate if not addressed properly. He also acknowledged that open communication, particularly with co-stars who hold significant industry power, requires humility. Admitting mistakes, he emphasized, is not a sign of weakness, but a crucial element in creating a trusting atmosphere on set. He expressed hope that other directors and producers would learn from this experience, particularly in terms of offering actors, especially female leads, the creative respect and autonomy they deserve.
And find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time. And damn right you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together, it's unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that, because it's really good and it's going to make the movie sing like you said, and I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence, and for us to share creative juices together, although that sounds terrible. I think you and I have been trying to build a relationship, which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are.
While we don't have direct confirmation of how Blake personally reacted to the release of the voice message, there are signs she felt somewhat validated by Justin's acknowledgement that her script revisions deserved a more enthusiastic response. She continued to stand by her creative decisions, referencing her past successful collaborations and the strong support she receives from friends and family. Blake pointed out that if people like Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift thought the script changes were worth considering, they should be taken seriously. However, she emphasized that it wasn't about star power alone. Ryan and Taylor's suggestions were thoughtful and aligned with the emotional heart of the novel. After the voice message was leaked, Justin took the opportunity to expand on his apology. He explained that collaboration in filmmaking can be complicated, but often leads to great results when everyone involved feels heard and respected. He expressed regret that his initial response to Blake's revisions might have made her feel sidelined, and reiterated his commitment to fostering an environment where her ideas were not only acknowledged, but also incorporated into the final product. Although the 2 a.m. message was meant to be private, Justin stated that he wasn't ashamed of it, believing it reflected his genuine desire to repair the relationship and move forward with the project without lingering tension. Blake acknowledged the apology, but remained firm in her belief that no one should have to reach a crisis point to feel validated. There were discussions suggesting she might stay in the role, partly due to her ongoing connection to the character's journey. It also seemed clear that Blake wanted to ensure the film was successful, not just for herself, but for the many fans who were eagerly anticipating a faithful adaptation. She appeared focused on the ultimate goal: creating a film that deeply resonates with audiences, much like the novel does. Justin's view on the meeting that led to the late-night message evolved over time. Initially, he described it as a routine creative check-in that unexpectedly escalated. He later acknowledged that he hadn't fully understood how Blake's experiences on other sets may have shaped her reaction.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow. There's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just going to send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not going to be more than a few minutes. But that I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry.
Blake's mention of having supportive friends and feeling anxious about being dismissed was, in Justin's words, something he should have anticipated and handled more thoughtfully. Throughout the conflict, he acknowledged the importance of validating her concerns and eliminating any sense of hierarchy that might suggest his perspective automatically took precedence over hers. The entire situation highlighted how a film set can reflect broader cultural conversations about respect, agency, and collaborative problem-solving. With 2 high-profile celebrities involved in a disagreement over script revisions, the situation inevitably attracted added scrutiny. Every leaked text or audio clip was analyzed on social media, with fans debating who was right, who might be overreacting, and whether the apology, no matter how sincere, was enough to mend the divide. Some even noted how difficult it must be to manage personal disputes in such a public space. Despite this intense scrutiny, Justin's willingness to express regret stands out. While he may have stumbled initially, his admission of fault and commitment to improvement provided a sense of hope that the cast and crew could move forward together. In his voice note, he included the phrase, "I'm going to make mistakes, but I promise to own them," suggesting he saw this as a learning opportunity. He didn't want to come across as merely trying to smooth things over superficially, but rather appeared genuinely committed to recalibrating his approach to collaboration. Critics of the situation have pointed out that disagreements between directors and actors in film are not unusual. What made this case unique was the level of personal involvement Blake brought to the revision process, with the support of trusted friends who had their own strong creative backgrounds. This factor may have intensified the tension. Justin wasn't simply responding to an actor's suggestion, but was also indirectly confronting the creative influence of two major figures in entertainment, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. Nevertheless, his voice message made it clear that he welcomed their warm input.
And find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time. And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together is unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that, because it's a really good...
Even though Justin's initial reaction wasn't particularly receptive, rumors circulated about how the film's production schedule might be affected. Some speculated that the tension could lead to delays, while others hoped that if the two leads could resolve their differences, production might proceed smoothly, possibly benefiting from a renewed understanding. In an industry where conflicts can derail entire projects, a genuine apology can sometimes be the key to moving forward. Early comments from those close to the film suggested that pre-production would continue, although certain rewrites to incorporate Blake's ideas would be carefully considered. The wider Hollywood community took note, with various actors and directors privately reflecting on how they would handle similar situations. Some praised Justin for his apology, recognizing that normalizing public accountability is a step in the right direction. However, others expressed concern that the incident highlighted ongoing power imbalances, even among high-profile individuals. The discussion served as a microcosm for the evolving dynamics on set and the importance of maintaining safe creative spaces. For Blake and Justin, the hope among their supporters is that both will find a way forward to create a compelling film that does justice to Colleen Hoover's original vision. While the apology might not completely resolve all lingering tensions, it stands as a gesture of reconciliation. Justin made it clear that he believed in Blake's ability to enhance the script, and in turn, Blake reiterated her strong belief in the project's significance. Both share a mutual commitment to telling a meaningful, emotionally charged story that resonates with both fans of the novel and newcomers alike. Ultimately, Justin's 2 a.m. voice message, in which he repeatedly expressed his regret and acknowledged the need to change how he approached collaboration, was a crucial step in moving forward, Intro 9. This situation could ultimately become a key moment in Hollywood's ongoing efforts to promote open dialogue, mutual respect, and thoughtful creativity. While the release of private communications has sparked controversy, the core of Justin's message is his acceptance of personal responsibility, his acknowledgement that he failed to fully recognize Blake's contributions, and his strong desire to resolve the issue for the benefit of the film and their professional relationship. For now, all that remains is for observers to see how the final cut of the film turns out. Regardless of the outcome, this incident has marked a significant moment in Hollywood's collective memory. It serves as another example of how, even when high-profile artists share the same ultimate goal, a poignant, well-crafted piece of art. They can still experience disagreements on the best path to achieve it. However, through sincere apology, a willingness to listen, and a true commitment to improvement, they can transform a challenging moment into a foundation for greater understanding and unity. One can hope that Justin's heartfelt efforts to amend his missteps, along with Blake's unwavering belief in her vision, will not only enhance this production, but also inspire more authentic collaboration within an industry that thrives on creative synergy.